See, I can't talk to her right now. She's a real devout Christian. And she's not ready to hear any of this Muslim stuff. So I'm just asking questions, trying to find a way to get in. I said, are you aware of what you're saying? She said, yes. I said, where did you get that word from? She says, over there. I was over there taking a vacation. I said, can you find the book out of which you can get that information? She said, yes, when I get home, I'll give you a call. And she spelled it, first she had spelled it P-A-N-I-C-O. E-L-P-A-N-I-C-O. When she got home, she spelled it P-A-N-E-C-I-L-L-O. El Percilio. I said, what does it mean? She said, a heel, a small loaf. I wasn't satisfied because she had told me that all the people in this village refer to that statue as El Percilio. And I heard it clearly. Now clearly, black people sometimes mispronounce words. You bear witness to that. So I presumed that maybe she might have been mispronouncing it. So when I returned home, I called a Spanish-speaking sister. And I asked her, have you ever heard of the word El Percilio? She said, let me go and ask my mother. My mother is here with me, and she would know. She went and asked her mother. Are you with me? Yes, what I'm talking about is the Virgin Mary over there in Ecuador, Quito, Ecuador, and it's being called by Ecuadorian people as El Percilio. And that's raising a question in my mind, because I'm thinking that it ought to be La Palestina, which is feminine. And she's calling it in the male gender, it appears to me. And I'm already in the knowledge that I'm giving you tonight, that Mary and John are one and the same. And here the Ecuadorians are bearing me witness. And I needed more proof so that I could tell you tonight. So when I got sister, I asked her, she said, let me go and ask mother. So she went to mother. And mother gave her pronunciation. El Percilio. Sounds pretty close to El Parisina, doesn't it? Now, of course, my Spanish is not that good. It's spelled E-L-P-A-R-E-C-I-D-O. And I asked her to ask her mother, what does it mean? She returned two things that are similar, or one look like the other. Now, are you with me? I'm wondering if they made a mistake and tried, over there. Originally, knowing that Mary and John are one and the same persons, and named it so, but then when people began to get a little wise to it, they changed it a bit. We can science on it. It's not proof. It's just something I'm throwing out. We can do better than that. Proof. But the thing is that it raised a question in my mind. I'm looking for Quran. I'd like for you to find for me chapter 3, verse 35. Two things that are similar, or one looks like the other. In the Holy Quran, this is the Muslims' book, at chapter 3, verse 35. Relax. Relax. It's going to be all right. But get comfortable with it, because it's going to be around. It ain't going nowhere. This truth is going to be here forever. No one is ever going to trick and fool us again. read and question everything. In the Holy Quran, at chapter 3, verse 35, it reads like this. So well, I'd better first go to verse 34 so you'll know what's taking place. When a woman from Aram said, My Lord, I vow to thee what is in my womb, to be devoted to thy service. So accept from me, surely only thou art hearing the knowing. In verse 35, so when she brought it forth, she said, My Lord, I have brought it forth, a female. And Allah knew best what she brought forth. And the male is not like the female. And I have named it Mary. A flag goes up there. Here is a woman about to give birth to a child. And she does, in fact, give birth to the child. And when she gives birth to this child, she names the child Mary. But they don't know whether it's a he or a she. A question is raised there. Allah knows best what she brought forth. That's the answer. Well, is it a male or a female? Well, now, since it has the name Mary, we will assume it's a female. That's an assumption. If you would look over at verse 38 in the same chapter, John the Baptist is born now. Mary in the Quran has gone to stay with Zachariah, and she's in his care. And while she's in his care, behold, the Lord blessed Zachariah with the son, while Mary is in his care. And this son is named John. And at verse 38, I'll read, so the angel called to him as he stood praying in the sanctuary. Allah gives the good news of John, verifying a word from Allah. An honorable and chaste, flag goes up, a male, chaste. Chaste usually is applicable to a woman. Now, it's possible that we can refer to a man as being chaste, but in the general scope of things, or scheme of things, it's generally assigned to a woman, meaning that she takes care of her chastity, a virgin, chaste, and a prophet from among the good ones. So again, a flag goes up. Not absolute proof yet, but questions are not being raised. Is John a male or a female? That's the Holy Quran. If you are not familiar with that book, then let's go to the Bible. Oh, and you are leaving when I just get down to the message. You won't have anything to take back to the community. Now, in the Bible, we will do a little bit more thorough research. Because that's the book that most of my people are accustomed to dealing with. I'd like to turn to St. John, chapter 1.